Hi everybody. Today I thought we'd have a look at choosing a university, and I'll explain to you why and how it makes a difference and how to make that easier and better for you and your family. I have a special guest star today. Da, da, da.
Oh no.
I know, terrifying, isn't it?
And this is my lovely assistant come out in this sequin leotard. Right.
My lovely assistant is, how do you want people to refer to you? What name are you going by today?
I'm Beth. Hi.
Okay, not Gargamajua then. Okay, it's Beth.
If that follows me around, I'm going to end you.
It's fine, it won't. So, this is Beth. She is my daughter, and she's
Hi.
so kindly offered to help you out today. So what we're going to talk about is how to make university easier. My name is Sarah Jane Critchley. I'm the author of A Different Joy, The Parent's Guide to Living Better with Autism, Dyslexia, ADHD and more. Was that better and slower?
It was still very funny, I'm sorry.
It's still funny.
We keep having to redo this tape.
So this
She
will
keeps
be
making me
take 18.
laugh.
Sorry, we'll try not to laugh too much. I'll try and take this very, very seriously, okay? Serious stuff.
Don't do that, that's worse.
Anyway, to focus. Snap, focus, focus, focus. We're going to focus. Don't terrify yourself too much. Going to university is one of the biggest decisions you will make, if it's the right place for you, if it's what you want, and if it's where your passion lies. So, if this is something you want to do, which it is for you, then how on earth do you do that? How do you change from looking at different universities being this huge, terrifying morass of things you don't know, places you've never been, people you've never met, places you've never slept? I'm thinking of university rooms. Yours, obviously, not anybody else's, and people, lecturers you've never met, all that sort of thing. How on earth do you manage all that? So, she laughs at me, again, unsurprisingly.
Multiple times, through multiple shots,
Because
in multiple places.
we have a little thing and we were trying to work out how to compare and contrast, and we were getting ourselves into a bit of a pickle, trying to imagine lots of different options. So,
The punchline is we made a spreadsheet.
we made a spreadsheet. I'm very excited about our spreadsheet. I'll put a link to it and you can download a copy if you want. You'll obviously need to change different bits because it will be what's relevant for you. But on here, what do we put, Beth?
Oh, why did you foist this on me? Location, name of course, lots of stuff. I can't get this list straight in my head no matter what I do.
That's why we wrote it down on a spreadsheet.
My memory's awful.
So
Hi.
the first thing that we put down was the name of the university. But then we thought, actually, what we need is a visual representation of that university so that when we're comparing all this information from multiple universities, we don't forget which one it is we're thinking about at that particular point in time.
So we've got the logos because it was the only way to stop Mum colour coding them.
Yes! I love a logo. Brand-tastic over here. So, we have the logo, the name of the university, the location, so that's where it is, the town or the city or the place. The name of the course, because lots of universities have different courses and some of them have different emphasis, so it's useful to know which one it is you're looking for. They may have different entry requirements as well, so that's worth knowing.
I don't think we've put entry requirements on there.
No, we haven't. We might add that in later when we got down to the final 5. So that's an enhancement to add in later. We can do that.
I'm pretty sure that would be third on most people's lists.
Shh. So then we've got the next thing.
The only forgetful one, clearly.
All right. Well, you enhance things as you go through, don't you? So
Enhance.
Enhance. We're enhancing. So then there's a course rating, which is your course rating, EMC. That's your initials, isn't it? So
Yes.
that's what you think. I hope I don't kill my computer. What you think about the course that you're looking at.
Just for context, we've jury-rigged this so badly that we're actually sitting on Mum's desk.
Don't give away all the secrets.
That's not a secret.
Don't think we haven't planned it this way.
Even if we had, we couldn't sit anywhere else.
True. So, then there are the ranks, because you're interested in 2 different types of courses, aren't you?
I don't think it's 2 different types of course.
Well, English...
Is
Well, it might be, because English and
English
creative
literature
writing.
and creative writing.
Some of those start with English literature and add on creative writing, and some of those add with creative writing and add on English literature. So they've got...
No course I've ever seen starts with creative writing. Ever.
They've got different rankings. So there are rankings specifically for English literature. There are rankings specifically for creative writing. So what we did is we looked at the ranks and we put those down, because those are the two subjects you might want to choose: engineering or maths or French or German or whatever it is that your young person is fascinated by. Those would be your 1 or your 2 if it's a joint honours that you're looking at. The percentage coursework. Now this is a really interesting one for us. We have discovered through experience, haven't we?
I'd say extensive experience.
Extensive experience that exams are bad.
They're bad juju.
For you. They're not bad for everybody. Some people love them. But for you, they're not the best way that you learn, are they?
No, I work mainly through coursework, is where I've discovered that my best chances lie.
Yeah. So coursework you flourish, exams you really struggle, and with the migraines, if you have a migraine, that's it.
Some exams I'm fine with. If I got a migraine during an exam, surprise, that's not usually going to go well.
No. So, courses that rely on end-of-year exams, end-of-course exams, are not going to be a good assessment, a good opportunity, a good way for you to show what you can do, are they?
No, they're not a particularly good indicator in my case.
So, ixnay on the exam front. Okay? For us, if you love exams and that's the best way that you learn, then 100% exams will be better for you. But for us, 100% coursework. Yeah?
Also the fact that English literature and creative writing are usually very coursework heavy.
Absolutely. And some may be practical, so you may want a higher number of practicals to exams depending on your course.
Especially in science subjects and STEM subjects, that might be the case.
Yeah, and especially if what you want is a more hands-on type of course rather than a more academic type of course. So you might want one that has more practicals rather than more...
It's worth looking up what the course is actually comprised of, even before you actually go to the open day.
Absolutely. We'll come on to open days in a minute.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet. So the other thing that's important for us that wouldn't necessarily be important for other students necessarily going to university is proximity. And there's 2 categories here. What are your 2 categories for proximity?
Proximity to home and proximity to P, who's a friend.
So why have you chosen those as categories that are important to you?
Does that need explaining?
Yes, because other people might not know. They don't know you as well as I do.
Shocker, a student wants to be closer to home.
Not all students do.
Yeah, but I'm not running away from my parents.
Ha, yet. But after seeing this, you may change your mind. So, proximity for us is going to be important.
Packed in the car.
Shh. Thanks for that. The next category we looked at was the TEF framework. That's a way that universities are actually graded. It's kind of like a university version of Ofsted, but it looks at the student experience and the impact that the academic establishment has on its university. And interestingly, when they were first done, the TEF framework didn't automatically side with the traditional Russell Group universities that are normally regarded as being the better universities. Some of the newer universities got a higher TEF framework, and there's gold, silver and bronze. Yes, Mum?
Prestigious does not always mean good.
Absolutely.
It especially does not always mean good student support. Good thing to note.
And the other thing is that often universities are judged on their research presence rather than their teaching. And
Which is fine if you want to go do postgrad courses and go do research. Mm-hmm. Not always great as an undergrad, because often your priorities get lowered massively in favour of research. So you may want to go do postgrad somewhere else where you're more prioritised.
So when you're onto your PhD research, you want to be looking at the REF, the Research Evaluation Framework, not the TEF, Teaching Evaluation Framework. Ta-da! The next one...
Acronyms!
We love a nice acronym, don't we? The next thing that you might want to look at is the environment. Now, you said this one's really important to you.
It's more atmosphere than environment, generally.
So what sort of atmospheres are really good?
It differs from person to person. For me, it's generally parkland, so campus universities are good for me.
Mm-hmm. So something green.
I do better surrounded by green.
Actually, a lot of autistic people do much better surrounded by green. Chance to get outside, to breathe fresh air, to be in amongst trees and animals as well. One of the ones we were looking at has a campus cat, doesn't it?
Yeah, Roehampton has a campus cat.
Top tips. So search out the campus pet.
Of course, I only know this because my friend goes there.
Oh, well,
So I get constant pics of said cat.
it's good to know these things.
Always a perk.
So the next thing that we looked at, and there's a bit of the yellow, was the amount of disability support. Now, this won't automatically be something that different comparisons of universities will put in their forefront, but for us, absolutely key, isn't it?
Yeah, and there are different rungs to this.
So there are some that just have really good practice for everybody, and there are some that go above and beyond. And what you want to be looking for is a university that understands autistic students and will actually give them help and support.
There will be some that toe the legal line. That won't necessarily be sufficient.
There's a world of difference between discriminating against and actually really helping in a way that is utterly practical. If in doubt, find a friend who's there and ask what their experience is like.
Or go to the student room and check out first-person accounts.
Mm-hmm. Most university websites have a particular bit on where it talks about additional learning support or disability support. That's the section you want to look at, and it's always worth ringing them and having a chat with them. And you must disclose your diagnosis. They can't help you if you don't tell them what help you need. Top tip.
It's worth noticing if they actually mention autism on their page.
Yeah.
Even better if they mention types of support.
Yep, definitely. Well done. So the other things that we've got in here are medical, because you've got some quite profound medical problems as well. Having access to a doctor's on site when you're not
just
able
a grab
to walk,
bag of fun things.
that could be really important. So how far do you have to go to get your meds? And what post-university support do they provide? Do they actually help you try and work out what careers might be useful, what the next step should be? Because
do you get student jobs, or is it just here's your diploma, bye?
Yeah.
Good
So,
luck
in our case,
in today's current climate.
the more support they'll give you, the better, because that will really help you. And if you can get to experience different jobs and different bits of student work, then that helps you to understand what it's like to work, which is great post-university life skills.
Yeah.
We need those. There's a little bit in here for uni notes, so anything that they've mentioned that is important, I just drop into there because that's really helpful. And then reflections is for Beth's bit, so obviously we're not sharing any.
It's just miscellaneous notes, basically.
Yeah, stuff, helpful stuff.
Observations.
Things we have found incredibly useful are...
What uni has a flow chart?
We love a flow chart!
Well, essentially a flow chart. It's a flow line.
So what it does, it starts here, and it says you're here, getting started. It takes you through the research, the process of applying for university, your final choice 5, how you would apply for finance, what to do on results day and preparing to go. And on each of these little blocks, I don't know if you can see very well on the screen, I'll try and get a bigger screen soon, they have either a blog or a film that you can actually look at, and that's really helpful to actually get your head into and understanding how it works. And I just love the way it's a visual flow. You've got to love a visual flow, haven't you?
They're great. Also, there's little indicators for where you are in the process and where you should be in time-wise on the timeline.
Yeah, and don't freak
Which is
if you
always
left
helpful.
it a bit late. The red ones are hard deadlines. There are earlier deadlines for Oxford and Cambridge and for medical and dental normally.
Yeah.
And then you've got later deadlines for normal submission for UCAS. Okay?
You don't want to miss admissions.
Oh, no. Otherwise you're not going that year. You might go through clearing, but you won't go through the normal process.
No.
Okay.
Or you defer a year and go do something fun.
Yeah, don't forget.
Keep yourself
worth doing
occupied
that.
for a year.
You don't have to go at the same time as everyone else. That doesn't matter. That's not important. You can go when it's right for you.
It would be a good story, though. Why did you go travelling for a year? Oh, I accidentally missed my admissions deadline.
Don't think that's going to play well. Let's not do that one.
Well, it might. It means you're not going to make that mistake again. Suddenly you take deadlines a whole lot more seriously. It's a whole year.
And they've got lots of other help on the website. I'll put all the links to these websites in the description below, so you can find them there. The next one is the student room. Really, really helpful support and advice and information from the student room and also from other students. They talk about whether they like the university, what it's like, what their experience is like. And it's interesting to note that some of the accommodation is not as good as you might like.
Yes, it's a good thing to watch out for, especially if you have to use disabled accommodation. I'd look for first-person accounts if I were you.
It's worth remembering.
Not that I have to, but it's worth noting.
Oh, lucky you. Many years ago, when I went to university, I had a room that actually had mould on the wall. It was so bad that we actually put the bed up against the wall and put the mattress on the floor. So I think the quality of accommodation has probably improved slightly since those days.
You'd be surprised.
But maybe not. But you pay a heck of a lot for it, so it's worth finding out, because it may not be true that because you're paying more, you're getting a better accommodation.
Oh, and if you do find fungus in the double glazing, report that. Don't be mum. Don't just let it slide.
I didn't have double glazing. I did that with film and a hairdryer. It was a special double glazing.
On the other hand, if you did that yourself, it might be on you.
It's on me.
It might just be your fault.
Okay.
Don't tell the university you ruined their windows. Next.
That was private accommodation, folks. That was private accommodation. And I cleaned it all up before I went. It was perfect. All right, it was cleaner when I left. It was definitely cleaner when I left than it was when I started.
I'll believe it.
So let's talk about all the things that you're doing right now that make you feel more comfortable and more confident.
Okay, 1, take advantage of vlogger culture. There are plenty of people in this generation and the one slightly past that vlog everything about going into uni. Find someone whose personality isn't irritating and follow what they're doing. That's basically it. Follow the process as much as you can. Find people who don't irritate you and go with that.
So you look for vlogs on YouTube. For those of us who are slightly older, a vlog is a video blog. So it's online. This is on YouTube.
That needs explaining?
Yes. Sometimes.
Oh dear.
If we're talking to parents.
Oh, okay.
Some of us are older. Just bear in mind the poor young thing. Poor young thing.
Poor young...
So
Okay.
what we've looked at here is Uni Vlog UK. And there's a number here. There's one about moving and unpacking a brand new room and the excitement of that. So what do you plan to put in your room?
I don't have specifics really. Most of mine's bedding.
Why is it bedding?
Most of what I'm nervous about for university is actually moving out
Mm-hmm.
to a new place and then sleeping in said place. So my method of dealing with that has been to research everything I'm going to buy for that room and preemptively nest, which means I'm trying to talk myself into saving enough to buy myself a new duvet. We'll see how that goes. And definitely a mattress topper, don't forget those. University mattresses are supposed to be gross as hell. Don't forget a mattress topper.
I'm not sure I wanted to know that, but yeah, we will definitely.
It's a university mattress. I'm pretty sure it goes unsaid. That and earplugs. Good luck.
So there's lots of things. I've talked in other videos about how important it is to find things that make you feel comfortable and to make your environment as comfortable as possible. There will be academic challenges, there will be social challenges, there will be challenges in bathrooms and the noise and the smells and the sounds and the whole taking on board lots of new things. So taking things with you that are comfortable and familiar is really important.
Note, on the smell front, usually diffusers are fine. Reed diffusers even better. Humidifiers are usually fine. You can't burn scented candles though.
Lest you set fire to something. That is not a good
Candles
thing
usually
to
aren't
do.
allowed to be lit in dorms, so you need to find another method of scent clearing if that is the case. Buy some Febreze.
Febreze is not a bad thing.
No.
So as we go through, we might record a few more for you, but in the meantime, I'd like to say thank you to Beth for being here and helping out, and I really hope that you have the best possible experience at uni when you get to go. And take care. We'll speak to you soon.
Best of luck.
Take care. Bye. Live long and prosper.
Oh god. Why is mine better than yours?
Oh, because I'm doing it.
Wrong. You're doing it wrong is what you're doing.
I'm doing it wrong again. Oh no. This is so sad. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye-bye.